G'day everyone, welcome to another video from Sweeney's Creek Lake Farm. Lots of water around, very soft and mushy. Quite unusual for this time of year. As you've seen in the previous video, we've had a major storm go through and things are just starting to settle down now. So we're out and about today, and the main job we've got in front of us today is getting some fencing up around the extension we've made to the orchard and our high tunnels and more garden beds. So we've got an area here that we need to get tightened up and get the wire put onto it to secure our garden area, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I can't wait because I have a lot of seedlings that I need to go in, but I can't put them out here because over there where our garden beds were, which you saw in previous videos, the rabbits have already started to dig it up. So we need to get this in and some fencing to protect my seedlings, because it's taken a lot to get these seedlings to grow with the conditions that we're actually having. And we've got garlic and onion, so we need to protect those. So we're just here to join these up, and I'm going to show you a little tool that we just got that's making this so much easier. So what we've got here is a little tool that makes these little rings to hold the fence up, and it's used to actually hold it to the wire. But as you can see, we need to join these two fence pieces, and we're going to use this. It's so much easier. I'm just going to show you quickly on the top because it's a little hard to show you all this while I'm doing it. But you grab your wire and that, and done. Simple as that.
While Julianne's joining that and getting the fence put together, I'm just going to show you what I made this morning. Went into the hardware store and just got a few bits and pieces. This is a hook system that's going to go onto the fence. So it's got a series of 4 hooks, and then it has an eyelet here, and I'm going to put a ratchet strap in there attached to the tractor, and then I'll be able to ratchet that and pull the fence nice and tight, which will be much easier than try and do it by hand. It's quite a simple construction, just a couple of pieces of cheap pine. I got 2 to give it some extra strength, put some Tech screws together just to hold it. And then I made sure that the hooks and the eyelet that I got were actually bolts that went all the way through, and I've got washers and nuts there. I could have used just a screw end type hook, but the concern there is that if it's taking a fair bit of pressure, those hooks might tear out. As it's set up here, it's serving 2 purposes. It's actually securing that hook really tight, and it's also helping to hold those bits of wood together. So that's a great little tool there. Ratchet strap will go through there, and that will allow me to pull the fence nice and tight, which will be great. As you can see here, we've only got the post and star picket set up on this side. So the first thing is we've got to run some high tensile wire, tension that top, middle and bottom. Once we've got that in place, then we'll run the wire. We'll use my new fence tensioning tool to pull it nice and tight. We'll secure it on the post with some staples, and then we'll tension it down this way, and that should give us a nice, stable, tight and supported fence, which will be great. Okay, we just run the first piece of wire. We're about to cut it and wrap it around, and we're going to use the Australian farmer's best friend, which is the gripple. So it's a little tool that has 2 tubes in there with the ceramic teeth inside. The wire feeds through, around and then back out the other side, and then we use a special tool to grab the wire and pull it through, and then the ceramic teeth won't allow it to pull back. So it's a really simple and effective way of tensioning wire and doing fencing. Great invention, absolute lifesaver.
Can't tell you how much I love mud. Is that enough?
Should be, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yep, got it. Yep. What we've done is we've run this top line across, and we've just given a little bit of tension what we need to do is run the chicken wire all the way along up here. We have to put in another post, but we're not sure how long this wire is. And what we're afraid of is if we put the post in, we could be this much short. So then we'd have to join the wire. So we're just going to temporarily run this along here so we can see where the post needs to go, and we'll have to get that post in the ground.
Okay, so as you can see here, I've secured it to my tractor with a ratchet strap. That's gone back to the eyelet that I've got in the board, and the 4 hooks are in the wire, all in the same row of hexagons. So as I now ratchet this, that should pull it nice and tight. Just got to make sure that it feeds through here straight and doesn't tangle up, because if it folds, it actually loses the amount of tension you can do. So let's see if I can get this to... Here we go. And that is working fairly well. Julianne's just gone down there to see if she can pull it a bit tighter by hand as well. That's actually pulled that fence about a foot, which has been really good. Once we get this secure, it's actually not stapled in down the other end. So we can now get it secured here. We can do the same down the other end and pull it tight the other way as well, which will really tension it up along this side wall really well. But as you can see, the only limitation is this ratchet strap and how much I can feed into there. So, but it's definitely pulled it a good 12 inches, 30 centimetres further along.
It was here,
yeah.
So that's a good 2 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, Julian's just had a look. It's a good 2 feet, 60 centimetres that it's pulled this way, and it's got a good tension on it. So successful trial. We got the wire nice and tight and tensioned. I've just gone down on the same row of hexagons in the wire with some fencing staples. So they're a U-shape, a little bit of a barb on them. So they've gone all the way down every second wire. That will secure the wire all the way down there up against this pole. Now I can take the tension off and we can run the wire down this side, and we'll see how far this roll of wire will get to. That will determine where we put the post in, and then set up a gate down there as well. This is the gripple tool. You can see it's got a couple of components. It's got a little clamp there that grabs the wire. That locks down on the wire, and then that will pull the wire through the gripple tool, which will then tension the wire. So it's a simple matter of lock it in place in there, get the wire in the clamp area. That's now got hold of that wire. It will pull it through and hold it at the same time. And I can hear that tensioning already. It looks pretty good. Now that we've got those wires tight, we're just going to go down the other end with that tensioning tool on the tractor and pull this chicken wire nice and tight and attach it down there.
That's it.
Right, start ratcheting. Yep.
How tight's that?
That's pretty good.
All of the fencing is now up, and we have run the wire all the way around the whole entire orchard and vegetable patch. We do have to put in some gates, but we've got those. We just haven't had time to do it. So what we have done is we've actually fenced off an area that's just over half an acre. So hopefully we can plant some plants in here and the rabbits won't get to it. We do have an area where we're going to run some wire outwards so they can't dig under, The fences are tall. We do have a bit of wide to run across there, and that is to discourage kangaroos from jumping in. It may work, it may not. But this has been a fantastic little project. We're now able to get from our vegetable patch all the way through to our orchard, which you can see over the back, and the fencing is all the way around. So no more rabbits in the garden, fingers crossed. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like a tour of the complete area, just drop a comment below. Thanks guys, and have a great day.